So, hello. Oh, yeah, got my got the new headphones here, and it is what time is it? 2:07. All right. A little too much of me though. I'm trying to get this mix right. Turn it the other way. So, tell me. I wonder. How many votes are the Democrats willing to lose because they get the transmission votes? How many votes? Well, let's see about it. Zombro is here. Hello. Good to see you, sir. I'm going to have to set up one of those money accounts so you can send me some cash. I'm voting Republican. Ant-Man, of course, if I could vote in Missouri because I'm being oppressed as an evil white man, I did not register in time. So I guess I'm part of the victim class now, right? Because I was stupid and I didn't do what I needed to do to vote. Yay! XYZCT. You can calculate how many votes they will get with the Maxwell's equations. Of course you can. E cross H equals ERE naught underscore A over D. Yes, I know. I know what those are. Stop it now. Wasn't exactly right, but you get it. Unwanted contriver. Hey, good to see you, man. What's up? Saw you the other night on the GM's chat. So always good to see you, sir. You're always welcome. Thank you. Ojit 1917. Red wave of moderates. Hopefully we'll pull out of Ukraine. Yeah, well, I think Elon Musk, didn't Elon say something like, sit down and try to figure something out? Did you hear? Fucking Elon, you got to love this guy. He doesn't give them a bag full of their shit and bring them out the building. No, he just says, don't even fucking come in. We'll let you know via email if you still have a job. Gotta love this guy. That's fucking brutal. I like it. It's good. Zombro said, my dad died 2 years ago. Got an absentee ballot for him again. Hey, you know what? I'm getting, I got the Colorado ballot. I don't think I've got it in the email yet. Jesus, this is too loud. I think I've fucked this mic up. Sounds distorted to me. I'm sorry. Fortunately, I have some more in the back, so I'll get a new one. See what happens. Yeah, they still think I'm voting in Colorado. I don't think I've got my ballot yet. Anyway, good to see you guys. Let's see what's really going on. How much do the average Democrat voters have to put up with to go away from this fucking crazy party full of people who are fucking insane? Now, we're talking about average Jane, Joe. We're talking about the average black American, the brown American, the gray American, whoever the American. It's like, what the fuck is this? See, now I think the president and his advisors are completely fucking wrong. See, Mr. Biden, the president, believes this trans bullshit and all this other crap. Well, it's widespread. That's what the country wants, so I'm going to do it. Let's see. Can you spell shellacked? Can you? I mean, most presidents in the midterms get kind of fucked. Even Ronald Magnus Reagan got screwed in the midterms. Well, you know, people said, hey, you know, How far are they going to go, do you believe, to get 3 to 5% of the population and alienate the other 40% of people who normally vote for them? When will this madness stop? Let's hope not until after next Tuesday. Okay, Dan Bongino.
with just 4 days into the high-stakes midterms.
Here we go.
Early voting in Florida spells trouble for Democrats.
Republicans outpacing Democrats dramatically at the ballot box before Election Day, already leading by more than 345,000 votes.
That's unusual. That's unusual.
That is.
Steve, I think we all heard you warning everybody. Here we
Now, think about this. You got some hardcore Democrats in Florida. I'm very familiar with Florida. I used to live there as a kid. You got a lot of people from New York, New Jersey, Canada, Michigan going to Florida. You got grandma and grandpa who are, in their 70s or 80s at this point. They're saying, what? The girls can go, they have to put up with this stuff in their locker. They can't even play the game and they can't piss in their own fucking shitter. How far do you think that's going to go with grandpa and grandma? It's like, well, I don't want my little girl or my little daughter, my granddaughter, my great-granddaughter by this time going in dealing with this bullshit. How far can you push before you get the pushback? I think the Democrats are going to find out in about 4 days.
go. It's time to go. Steve Ducey, Dan Bongino live from Harry and the Natives.
Excuse me. Hello.
In Hobe Sound, Florida. Let's go, Steve.
Right.
Thank you very much, Will. We're talking about early voting. How many people, and it's hard to see everybody, so let me hear how many people are going to vote just by applause on Election Day?
Foldsofhonor.com. Give some money to the folks.
Okay. How many people have already voted?
Oh, yeah. Well, I would.
Again, that's what we're talking about.
Yes, sir.
But
What
the
is
evil
going on in
Nazis in
Florida? Because
Missouri won't
traditionally,
let me.
for the most part, a lot of people vote on Election Day, but now they want to do it ahead of time to make sure it counts.
Well, here's what happened. After the Bush v. Gore fiasco, Florida said enough of this crap, and they cleaned up their system. They have a really efficient system down here, and Ron DeSantis made it better.
In case you guys don't remember, because I know that was a long time ago for some of you youngins, there was hanging chads in the Supreme Court and what's her face, the made-up chick, Year 2000, by the way. Took, 45 days to figure out what was going on?
But Florida went from a
But obviously Al Gore got fucked because of the evil Nazi George Bush.
purple, kind of sometimes red state. Remember Obama?
Now, I'm not a big fan of George W., but I'm pretty sure I can guarantee he's not a Nazi. He's a squish. He's a Democrat with Republican clothes. I believe in Jesus Christ. Not a Nazi. That's the kind of shit they were accusing of back in 2000. But hey, playbook never changes, does it?
One here to a now blood red state. And I can tell you one quick story that sums up exactly what happened in the last 2 years.
Yes.
When the whole mask mandate, vaccine mandate thing was going, I went to this anti-mandate rally where people just didn't want to be forced to wear it. This is like right when the COVID thing started.
Right.
One of the women at that rally, her name was Amy Pritchett. She came up to me and she said, I've had enough of this. I'm not going to be forced to do this. I am really sorry, and I'm going to make a difference. She ran for school board. She said, will you get behind me? Wow. She won. She defeated an incumbent who had been in office forever with massive name ID by a sliver of the vote. Keep in mind, in a primary where Ron DeSantis...
I mean, look at these women over here, obviously oppressed by the evil Dan Bongino.
was not at the top of the ballot. He didn't have a competitor.
Get in your place, bitch. Make me... Isn't that what all Republicans think? Get back to the kitchen.
So there was no reason for Republicans...
No, that'd be a big no. But go ahead and believe whatever you want.
Republicans really en masse to turn out, and she still won. I'm telling you, that's what turned it around. It's not that people, they just didn't want to be told what to do. This is a country full of entrepreneurs and people who came here to escape that kind of stuff. It was being jammed down their throat. They said they'd had enough. They don't want their schools being taken over. And that's the Florida transformation, that and the public safety issue.
And you know what poked them the most? You go after the children. That's all you got to do. You want fucking hell. You want a tsunami of fucking hatred. and all kinds of crazy shit. 9th, 10th, and 15th levels of hell. You go after kids and get Mama Bear pissed off. Now, not that Daddy Bear is not going to be pissed off, but who gets the attention in this country politically? Mama Bear. You go start fucking with Mama Bear, you're going to be in big fucking shit. And guess where the Democrats have found themselves today? Just say it. Say it.
I was reading in the Washington Post earlier this week. It said that very liberal Miami-Dade may actually go for Ron DeSantis in a big way. And what's extraordinary about that is he lost, I believe, he lost Miami-Dade when he ran for governor by 20 points. So for him to win by a big margin, and it looks like it, to turn that particular county so red is...
In Miami-Dade, fucking Broward County. Are you kidding me? Now, here's the ticket. Let me try to point this out for you. You got maybe a sub percentage of transmissions, or as Ben Shapiro was going to say, transgressives, which is beautiful. Get that here in a minute. Transgressives, and you're coming after the children. Do they know no limits? See, my theory on this is that they thought when Hillary won in 2016, they were just going to go over the top, and they were just, but well, they had the plan in place, didn't they? They had the PowerPoint, they had the waterfall charts on Microsoft Project, didn't they? They just went ahead with it, didn't they? Why do you suppose they hate Trump? So anyway, well, let's talk about this. You're coming into Florida, which was a purple state, and you're saying your kids, without any regard to what their parents want, we're going to let them trans, and God damn it, if you don't, you're a homophobe and you're a thing and you're whatever. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you've got double the seniority of being in Florida. You've been here 14 years. I've been here 7.
I lived in Florida for about 10 years as a kid. No one in Florida was trying to trans us back in 1976.
The joke about Florida is the more north you go, the more south you get. You've heard that 1,000 times, right? Now, South Florida tended to go very liberal.
So tell me, Dan, how do you suppose the Democrats are going to win with 1% of the population? Now, not every Democrat is going to go, oh my God, I'm just going to give it up for DeSantis and Trump and whatever. But you know, you got a lot of people going, what the fuck is going on here? I thought the Democrats were for unions and workers and men and women, you know, getting decent jobs with pensions, with a you know, a really good day's pay for a decent work day. Not anymore. You got AOC out there. Amazon wants to bring in some shit to Brooklyn. Fuck them. They're evil capitalists, and let's go with my green agenda. Do you understand? At this point, AOC, well, she's not going to lose, but she's being threatened. Voting-wise. People in her district are saying, why the fuck didn't you bring these jobs in? We need these jobs so men and women can get a decent fucking place to live and raise their kids and their families. They don't believe in this. They think the government should do that for you, thus the single mother thing going on.
Any Democrat elected in the state was almost exclusively from Martin County down. It was not. Right. Now what's happening is Hispanic voters, because the Democrats have frankly just crapped on them for so long and treated them like automatons and robots and talked to them like.
Because we depend on your vote because you're oppressed. You're black and you're Hispanic and these evil whiteys. Well, let's think about it here for a minute. Not experienced any of this. Hola. Not experienced any of this oppression What are you talking about? You got Haitian islanders coming in. It's like, fucking discrimination. I'm making $1 million here. What are you talking about? More and more people are understanding what they're talking is bullshit. They want to put you in the victim column. You will vote for us because you're a victim of evil whitey or whatever. It's not the case anymore. I don't think the Dems have caught on. Things have changed. The playbook doesn't work as well as it used to. Go ahead.
Like they were the Star Trek Borg. Hispanic voters, Democrats are now finding out the hard way. Wow, they care about their kids' school quality. They care about.
Imagine that. We want our kids to get a good education. I know. Well, it's racist because evil white people. No, I think every person wants their kids to get a good education. But reasons. Tell me about the NEA. President Biden. Help us understand that.
Not having a shot jammed in their arm they don't want. They care about public safety. Do you realize the left is just figuring this out? And thankfully, the Republican Party down in South Florida, because of the Cuban community and Venezuelan community that escaped socialism, was very strong.
I mean, imagine trying to sell socialism to a Cuban immigrant who came to the United States on a fucking 58 Buick to escape the horrors of fucking socialism. Yeah, we should have more socialism. Vote for me. It's like, excuse me, mijo. I don't think so, you know? Don't think so.
Strong down there. Right. They took advantage of Spanish language radio, and you are seeing a generational, transformational change. I'll make a prediction. I don't think Florida is a swing state anymore. I think Florida is now a blood red Republican state, just like Texas. What do you think? Yes. Yes. Yes.
I was just in Florida last week. I didn't see a lot of, shall we say, enthusiasm for the Democrats. I saw a young woman who was running for Congress over in Pasco County, Republican. Of course, she's evil. She's a Nazi. She's not really a woman. She is, she's a Trump, really? Okay, Dems, keep discounting your normal voter base. Toss it all away for some alphabet mafia people who can't support a goddamn fucking, oh my God. But that's all right. Let them kill themselves. That's all right. Let them understand that Americans, black, white, green, purple, red, orange, fucking rainbow colored, gay people, trans people, everyone is looking at this bullshit as bullshit, and you're hanging your fucking stirrups on 1% of the population. How do you win elections that way? Just wondering how that works. Maybe someone can tell me, because I'm too stupid to understand it myself. Hello, Ant-Man. Hey, Easter Sunday is here. The Pope is in the building. Easter Sunday. Oh, my God. Hello. Oh, wait. There's so much more. There's so much more. Let's talk to Ben Shapiro. Oh, my God. Isn't he Jewish? Yes. Yes, he is. And I did it again. I always do the same thing. What's the matter with you? I'm stupid. All right. Let's talk about another plank, shall we? Let's see if we can figure out how we can get these abortion people to vote for us. Now, let's just talk about the reality of the situation, shall we? Let's think about this for a minute. Those girls that are wildly pro-abortion, about 700,000. How do you win elections? Catering to the baby killers. I am wondering how you do that. You think that's a reasonable way to go? You think that's a good thing? I think they've overplayed their hand so fucking far. They're not even going to know, and they're not going to believe what's going to hit them. Seriously. All right. Yeah. All right. All right.
Really? Free testing and charging?
Yeah.
The new one we've got.
One of the bigger mistakes.
Now, Anne Hathaway, pretty cute girl, pretty good actress, I guess. If I had the judge, she's done all right, I guess.
Made by the quote-unquote pro-choice left is that they've changed their language almost entirely. It used to be that abortion was seen as a bad thing. And people on the pro-choice left would basically acknowledge that it was at very best.
It should be safe and rare.
A moral question. This is why you ended up with the Clintonian 1990s language of safe, legal, and rare. Because the presupposition was that it should be rare. And
now, the presupposition is that all women in this country are supportive of abortion and that. No. Maybe 10% of women in this country are radical fembots. They want abortion up until 5 years after birth or whatever the fuck. What about the other 40% of women? Have we considered that? Of course not. Why would we? Because Joe Biden and his handlers like, oh no, all women think like that. They should be able to get that. Wait a minute. Wait a second. But all gay men and women are going to vote for us because we're for. Really? Why? Why should they vote for you, Joe? What are you going to do? Well, we're going to give gay people the same rights as evil Nazi men. Which, excuse me. Which rights do gay people do not? Which ones are those that they don't have? What are you promising to get their vote? And
that we should try to avoid as many abortions as possible.
No.
Because abortions are a moral bad. Well, now the pro-choice movement has morphed into something completely different. That is because they have imbibed deeply from the transgressive well. I mean, I've talked about this, that transgressive.
I mean, Ben, this hasn't changed. Clinton said that just to get elected.
Progressivism is the philosophy that the only thing that matters in life.
Now, why did they say that to get elected? Abortion should be, legal, safe, and rare. Why? Why, Ben? Because most people are against it. Not in the first few weeks, but at the end of the thing, make your fucking mind up, for Christ's sake.
The only thing that is of any consequence is my identity, and my identity is basically being able to have sex with whomever I want. That essentially
with no consequence. Yes.
My sexual orientation and gender, that is
except if you're a man. If you're a man, you don't want to be a father. Fuck you. You shouldn't have had sex. But not the women. The poor women. We got to jump off and die on the Titanic for the women. I thought they were equal. Shouldn't they have the equal consequences of their stupid? No. Oh my God. Just call me Adolf.
The only thing that matters about me, and anything that imposes on that, up to and including human biology, is a problem that needs to be obliterated. Freedom can only be materialized fully if you get rid of the consequences of sexual action. Because
that's right. If you take away the consequences of your actions as a human, what do you suppose is going to happen? There's no feedback loop, Benjamin. L'chaim.
Consequences of sexual action may actually crimp your style and change your identity and force you into behaving in things that you would rather not behave in, or force you to engage in behaviors like responsible behaviors that you would like to avoid.
Now, let's talk about the radical pro-abort types. How many of these people exist to vote for you next Tuesday? Very small. You're going to blow the whole fucking thing up, Joe Biden, for them. Are you? Seriously?
You can see this most clearly when members of Hollywood talk. So Anne Hathaway was on The View.
All right.
And man, I didn't think it was possible to bring down the collective IQ of The View, but apparently it is. So they brought in Anne Hathaway to talk.
I mean, shit. What? Okay, I'm sorry.
About abortion, because what you needed to hear was Anne Hathaway, a human.
We have a potted plant here. It's smarter than we are.
Most famous for reading lines that other people write, talking about the most sensitive issues of human rights. Here she is talking about abortion.
This is a
Go ahead, Ann.
practical conversation about women's rights. And
Really? Women's rights. Okay. So what rights are being restricted?
by the way, human rights, because women's rights are
human rights, except with respect to men and their reproduction. Shut up, you fucking evil Nazis.
rights. And the freedom that we all need to be able to.
All. Notice the words she says. She's been fucking programmed. Well, all in the human. What about the men who don't want to be? No, that's different. You shouldn't have had sex, you evil man. You impregnated this poor victim. Let's not talk about her choices. No.
To choose and build our lives and have access to excellent health care. My own
Excellent health care. All right. Okay.
personal experience with abortion, and I don't think we talk about this enough. Abortion can be another word for mercy.
Mercy. Mercy. El Franze.
I don't think we talk about this enough. Abortion can be another word for mercy.
Mercy. Right? Because you fucked up. You did stupid shit, and now you want to get out of the consequences of that stupid shit. What?
What?
Yeah.
Abortion can be another word for mercy? For
Mercy. See, she meant the Frenchies. There's one more I got to do. I'm going to play this without comment once I find the fucking thing. This is an actual, so we're told, an actual abortion. But it's a choice, isn't it?
This patient is not one of the patients you heard before. She's asked that we not use her name. She's from Michigan. She already has one kid. She's having her abortion at about 11 weeks. Nearly all abortions in Michigan are before 13 weeks. And like many patients at Northland, she said I could record her procedure.
Here's an idea. You wouldn't have to have an abortion if you used birth control. 17,000 forms of it. Why don't you try that? Yeah. Oh, that'd be oppression of the women, wouldn't it?
We're going to hear some of that now.
So I am just going to get you set up on the table, and we're going to do that sedation medicine. Okay. I'm going to pull this out under your legs.
Most patients are partially awake during the procedures. They get IV medication for pain and anxiety. The lights are dimmed. There's soothing music. It actually feels a lot like a childbirth. The medical gown, your bare legs and stirrups, and a person next to you saying, "You can do this. Raise your hand and just keep breathing." That's Brandy. She's one of the staffers. Her job is to monitor vital signs, but it is also to hold the patient's hand and talk her through this. Whether it's a birth or an abortion, it is often women guiding other women.
You're going to hear this machine turn on now. Okay, it makes a loud noise.
Blow it out, breathe through, blow it out. Listen to me, blow it out. If you hold your breath, it just makes it harder for you. Keep breathing.
Keep breathing, Brandy tells her over and over. I can't, the patient says at one point when the cramps get painful. Yes, you can, Brandy tells her. You're doing it. And then within just a couple of minutes, it's over.
Take some deep breaths for me. Catch your breath.
You did it.
Thank you guys so much.
You are welcome.
I hope I didn't do too bad.
You did great. You did just fine. Yeah.
You're okay.